Many internationals come to the Netherlands working for a company, a large company, a startup company. They get a contract, they start to pay taxes, but quite often they come with a family. And their family members quite often also have ambitions and they may want to start their own business.
Yes.
Steve, Ten Bokum of the Expert Service, that's a pretty common question that you get.
Yeah, well, we often see expats coming to the Netherlands with some entrepreneurial spirit. No, they want to start their own business, build something for themselves.
Or do some coaching or advice.
Yeah, sometimes it's also just freelancing in a way in that way, but it's a little bit more limited, but still, they want to follow their own passion and work for themselves is something that we often see. Of course, completely possible. Tax-wise, there are a couple things to keep in mind because starting a business does complicate matters for your tax return a little bit. Not so far that it's impossible, but some things to keep in mind are definitely useful.
But registering as a company is a good thing to do, or just...
It depends a bit on what you want to do. If you just want to do a little bit of extra activities, like some consulting, like you mentioned, you plan to do this just sporadically, so not a huge amount of your time is invested into that. Especially if you still have an employment in which you spend more time, then no, registering a business is not necessary, I would say. But it's also not difficult or comes with too many consequences, because basically the process is this. If you want to start a business in the Netherlands, you in principle always first go to the Chamber of Commerce, the KVK, and you make an appointment there that you want to register a business or at least certain activities. You can get registered there, and all the information you provide them about what you want to do, how you want to do it, where you will be registered, the Chamber of Commerce will send to the tax authorities, who will then make their own decision based on that information. So you might not have the entrepreneur, having your own business consequences for tax purposes, whilst still being registered with the Chamber of Commerce, because the tax authorities will look mostly at, okay, how much are you doing this? How much are you generating? Is there actually a profit expectation? And is that what you are striving towards? They look at a whole bunch of different factors to determine that, basically.
But that changes the whole way that the cash flow is looked upon. Mm-hmm. It's maybe no longer income, but it is profit from a company.
Yes. Because when we're talking about taxable income, when you're talking about a business, you are talking about the profit. So that means turnover deducted by the costs related to the business. So part of that of your tax return from that point will also be profit calculation. And what is my profit? What did I turn over? What costs can I deduct, if I can deduct any, because there are some limitations to that. So yeah, that's mainly the difficult thing that you're adding to your tax return, profit calculation. But I wouldn't say this is... But there are a lot of programs and companies that can help you with managing that. So
it complicates things, and maybe you want to spend all your time on your creative business and your coaching, rather than doing the administration work and filling the tax forms.
Well, if you want to spend all your time on your business, we of course understand that, and we want you to be able to do the things that you're passionate about, because you're passionate about those. That's where your best work will come from, most likely. But for that, we do have administrative services and of our office, where we do, for example, take care of the administration of these businesses, handle their VAT returns, value added tax. Yeah. And of course the income tax return on an annual basis. So they can focus on those activities, and then they have the financial partner in us that not only takes care of the administration, the profit calculation and things like that, but also is kind of a soundboard to use for, is this a good financial decision? Am I doing things right tax-wise? Is there things I can optimize? So you can really be like a sparring partner for these clients, and they can then fully focus on their creative side.
But now, if someone has to make a decision whether to go for a company or not, would you have some rules of thumbs to choose one or the other approach? Is that easy to say, in this case you should do or not do?
It's not no like hard lines, like this many clients, this much turnover or something like that. But I would recommend, looking at those specific aspects, like can you make a profit with this? How many clients will you be able to serve? How much time will you spend on this? Will this be your main source of income, or will your employment still service that? If it leans more and more towards you having a sizable business, then at some point you will need to make the call of registering as a business. But I can't really give like hard lines for this much turnover, this many clients, and then you need to register.
Ten Bokum of the Expert Service, thank you very much.